Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for May the 6th, 2024. Oops, wrong channel. Yes, I do want to change channels. Thank you for asking. And we are in Discord, so if anybody would like to jump in there. There's people out there. Wow, good morning, people out there. I hope you're having I say this so facetiously, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. It's Monday. And you wake up and you've got that waking up in the morning, not entirely sure how you feel for the day. Do I feel good enough to go to work? It's a payroll day. Are you the only one who should be doing payroll? Do you want to get paid on Friday? So we're going to go to work today. But we'll do this first. Good morning, Krieg. I see you're out there singing. Krieg is singing Sings Poorly and Windows Cracked. So, let's see who's in the game today. I did sleep in just a wee bit this morning. Taz is out there. Hate's out there. Stargate Wars is out there. And Tibby's out there. Good morning, Tibby. In the game. I don't know if they're in chat. I don't go snooping through who's in chat. I just trust that you're all there having fun. Anyway, so since it looks like I am Chrisless this morning, let's go ahead and jump over to the other one here. I'm going to go to the other account real quick here. Yes, change accounts. Yes, Loki, dear, I love you, but Mom is going to kill some creatures here. Probably Iconians. Good morning, Infinite Principality. How are you doing today? There we go. Let's see. Do we want to try and do this with Complicado? She did good yesterday. Let's have her run this again. What was your name? Oh, hi, Cookie. How are you doing? That's a big change. I mean, going from cookie to chocolate chip or oatmeal, but Infinite Principality, I kind of like it. I have a new coffee mug, and I don't know how to explain that whoever designed the coffee mug, the handle's a little too wide, so you wind up holding it in a different angle to your face, and then you wind up pouring coffee down your face. I'm going to run Brotherhood of the Sword if anybody would like to join me. Yes, I will pet you. I petted you all day for 3 days. You don't need more petting. Yes, coffee mug, much good. It has stepped away from the game temporarily, but he will rejoin us at some point. I'm actually trying to get him up here, which is requiring a little bit more work, but you know, it's hard to get people to make major life changes just because you want them to. I mean, there's always that part. I'm going to go ahead and get queued for Brotherhood here. Ooh, we were really quick here. I'm hoping people are beginning to understand Brotherhood of the Sword because it's a fun mission, fun TFO, and not too many people play it outside of this. Oh God, what is it with ground? Oh my God, this is the third day in a row I've had. Oh! Well, we do have an id. I was just saying I'm trying to get you up here, but it's hard to make people change their lives just because I want them to.
Listen up.
And it's very quiet.
The Iconian heralds are bringing in a network of devices to subjugate Chronos.
I know you're talking. I can barely hear it, though. I don't know what's going on. Let me see.
I'm mumbling.
Oh, mumbling.
Not enough caffeine in my system yet.
Not enough caffeine on the planet, my dear. Ever. Oops, wrong button. So let's do that button there.
There's still a little blood in my caffeine system.
No, too much blood in your caffeine system, please. It's diluting that good, yummy Why am I playing with this weapon? Anyway, for some reason, all week I've had Voth ground and Vodware ground on one, particularly on this tune, but on almost every tune, it just keeps coming up and up and up and up and up. It's very annoying. All right, let's see if people know this one. Good morning, Chris. Should I trust people to get these? Looks like people know what they're doing. Yay. Well, see, Chris, I'm doing the ground so you don't have to. Oh, they got it done first time around. Yay.
Set of devices. We need to move to the next area.
I'm going to switch off. No, worse weapon. Worse weapon. That's not the one I want. Whew. Bad choice. So, as I think I was kind of back and forthing with you yesterday, Ed, the game is in dire need of something to keep people energized and engaged with it, which it just doesn't have right now. And it's, I know with the changeover Deca, there's new stuff in the works, but they really need to get it engaged and make something to keep people interested before they put out any new content. We'll have the summer event in about 6 weeks, I think. Yeah, about 6 weeks for the summer event.
Synchronize and try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
They're disabled. I don't know what's going on here. There we go.
The heralds are activating a new set of devices. Proceed to that location.
Ed, were you telling me there was a Comic-Con down by you or something like that? Or is that
Yeah.
just... Is it coming up shortly?
I
Or has it already happened?
think it was about a week or two ago. Let's see.
Oh, well, so much for that for a field trip.
Let me check.
You
Okay.
have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Yeah, this year's is over.
Oh,
The devices
well,
are resetting. Synchronize and
I was thinking about taking a field trip.
shutdowns at the same time.
It won't be this one.
Yeah, South Texas Comic Con will be April 25th to the 27th of next year.
Oops, I've got something for next year then, if anybody interesting is there. There we go.
Heralds are activating a new set of devices. We need to move to the next area.
Excuse me. So there's an upcoming Chicago Star Trek. I think that's the end of September. And like the next week, there's one in Tennessee.
Devices simultaneously.
So I was thinking, well, there's my September. I can go take 2 big field trips.
Synchronize and try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Oh, one more to go.
Stop it before it can break into the Great Hall.
So, Ed, I had a great idea for our cocktails,
Uh huh.
which is we need to find ones that fit certain episodes. Like I found one that's layered Kahlua, creme de menthe, and Bailey's. And it looks like Vastum Peaks, you know, in that dark section. So I'm thinking, oh, well, that would be Vastum Peaks. And I thought, oh, we need to name each cocktail after something in Star Trek Online.
Why does that sound like a Vulcan mind probe?
Oh my god, that would be a great drink. The Vulcan Mind Probe. That would be an excellent drink right there. So Chris asked,
Bombardment. Go ahead.
Chris says, how's things? Things are okay. I definitely should not drink red wine. I discovered that once again on Friday night when I had a glass of red wine and woke up with a killer migraine. Just going to switch accounts here for a sec. Okay, back on my main account so we can go and do things now. I have to do that one again, but it can wait until I'm at work or something. Wait, didn't I have that? Yeah, I did, but somebody gave me a bottle of red wine, Chris, and I thought, well, we'll test it out. In the first part of the red wine, I had the majority of it in one night. Okay, that would explain the killer headache the next morning. This time was a glass of the same stuff. And while it was delightful, it was definitely excellent, the headache is not worth it. But I wasn't going to go buy more alcohol when I have plenty of it in the house. So I don't get migraines from scotch, whiskey. I don't drink bourbon, but probably not from bourbon. Sake, liqueurs in general. It's red wine. Good morning, Taz.
I rarely drink red. I tend to drink whites or rosé occasionally.
Yeah, the flavor on the red was excellent, which was surprising because it was inexpensive wine, but it was quite good. But rosé, I think, I'll have to try that one. I haven't done that in years.
If I do drink anything more than a single glass of, or serving, it's that Banrati mead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mead has a high sugar content, so for a lot of people, that's the trigger for the next morning. But if you either drink in moderation or follow up with tons of water and a couple ibuprofen before you go to sleep. But okay, so Friday night I was stressing out because there's stuff to do around the house and stuff I needed to do. So I didn't sleep. I wound up getting up like at 1 and playing the game for 2 hours and still couldn't get back to sleep, and I had to be up at 6 to go do something. So Saturday night, it's 9 o'clock. I'm thinking I need to go to bed, and that stress, I can't go to sleep thing starts happening. So, okay, get some red wine, drink that. Melatonin, do that. Don't go play on the computer. Get out a book and just kind of brain chill. And it was all working beautifully. I'm getting really fatigued. The melatonin's kicking in, the wine's kicking in. Get ready, take a couple ibuprofen and a big glass of water before going to bed, and still get up with a headache. So it's definitely something in the wine. Somebody did something. You're very elegant. Very elegant. When did you shave?
Um,
I have a picture of it if people are wondering why I'm chuckling.
End of March.
Wow. Okay.
So I think, let's see. I think I sent you a picture. Let's see. So many text messages.
By the way, I have Tholians on Nukara. Voth ships, but those could be done anywhere if somebody's got space damage. And AP on the ground, which can go with the Tholians on Nukara. Good morning, Taz.
Good morning.
How are you?
Today?
I have an inch of coffee left in the coffee cup, so I'm doing that good. This may require me going down. The alarm went off at 4:30. Sorry. The dog alarm went off at 4. So I got up, dealt with the dog alarm, got them back in bed. My alarm went off at 4:30, which was a little early. I need to reset that for 5. 5:13, I finally got my butt out of bed and into the shower. I've spent the weekend gardening, which meant removing all the rocks from a small section of the porch, moving those into where I'm going to keep all the firewood, so I'd have them off the ground and not sitting on the water, which the previous people had done. And you wonder why all the firewood had rotted. So I lay in some grass in that section, excavated an area for the firewood, lay down about a 4 or 5 inch rock base so it won't have water sitting on it, moved all the firewood from where they had it to there, cut down a tree that had died but they had just left it there rotting, cut that down into firewood because this will be for an outdoor fire pit. Went to the front of the house, sawed down part of the tree that's way overgrown so it'll kind of thicken up a little bit. Started working on the lawn. Actually went to the gym after doing all of that. Dealt with the dogs on a hot day for a mile-long walk, at which Fifi and Loki both were like, "Nah, we can't do that. Carry us home, Mom." That didn't happen. And somewhere in there, I kind of got a little dirty and gross and filthy. It was one of those, take a shower last night and the water's coming off still kind of brown. Got up this morning and just still felt filthy. But my lawn's a little more done. But back to you, Chris, about weight. Didn't you have that determination before? Yes, but the thing with any good experiment is that you have to review it. You have to go back in and try it again. And if you get different results, then your conclusion was incorrect. Just had to test it one more time. Speaking of testing out the conclusion about alcohol, tomorrow night we will not be on, or I will not be on, don't know about Frost, I'm going to assume Frost isn't on, because the local theater is doing the viewing of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom at 7 o'clock, so we're going to go off and watch that. But I'll be back. So tonight, Thursday, Friday this week, we'll play with Saturday. See how that's going. And then next week, Monday is my son's birthday, so I'm taking him out for dinner. So I won't be on next Monday night. Then after all of that is done, starting the week of the 20th, I think we should be able to come up with a more defined schedule for shows. Then the week after that, I go into my new kind of part-time schedule, which will definitely make life easier, I hope. All of this is contingent on a few things happening. So, Taz, what kind of events, what kind of endeavors do you have today?
Yeah, the usual. All done.
Oh, all done. Okay. Chris? The usual. All done. It's 20 minutes after the hour. I did not do Visit Six Systems and Tour the Galaxy since I was playing in the yard. It would have been relatively easy, but at the same time, each one takes 15 minutes. And I've got to nanny 4 accounts right now. So that's not happening.
Gomenosai.
Say that again?
Gomenosai. I'm sorry.
Oh, you don't need to be sorry. Oh, if you want to get picky, I'm nannying 5 accounts if you want to get that way about it. But at the same time, it means going through on endeavors and going, okay, which ones can I do in a reasonable amount of time? Because Ed's old accounts are still very new accounts. They don't have a lot of anything higher than blue weapons. In fact, a lot of them don't even have green weapons. And when you're trying to do 20,000 ground damage with a white weapon, it takes a while.
Yeah.
So
That's not the easiest way to go about it.
Like,
see, this is why if I had had access to his other ones, I could have at least pilfered some of his weapons to give to his other accounts. But now I'll have to go through mine and see which ones I can pilfer and send over to that account. I don't think I'm going to make them lifer accounts, though. Not unless I start getting millions and millions of dilithium. Chris, you got anything for endeavors you need to do? Wow, this is going to be a boring day. I guess I can just go back to bed for an hour. Well, not really. 40 minutes. 40 minutes, I can do that. 10 Undine ships in space. Wow. Does anybody need to do the event?
Just did it.
Okay.
It's like it's 12 in the middle of the day today
This is
in
true.
Norway, so I've had lots of time to do my stuff.
But you could come over here and help me do the gardening so you're so gosh darn tired by noon that all you want to do is do your events and then go take your nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I got up, jumped in the shower, and realized the thing that I put down as number one thing to do on the list of things to do in the new house, I still haven't done.
Oh, what's that?
The water here in Indiana is very hard. There's a high mineral content. So
Oh.
over time, the shower, or the bathtub faucet, the spigot itself, has got a buildup of minerals in it. So every time you go to turn on the shower, there's a diverter that drives the water up into a different set of pipes. Well, that's become encrusted with this. So there's an easy trick. You can either replace the whole faucet, which is not expensive and not hard to do, or you can just take a baggie, a plastic bag, fill it up with cheap vinegar, and wrap it around it and let it just soak in the vinegar for 24 hours, and it will dissolve the incrustation. Neat
Uh-huh.
old trick, and very inexpensive. Have I got the vinegar? No. Do I have baggies? Yes. Have I done this? No. So
I have that same calcium, lime, and rust situation.
the weird thing is, though, it's just the right amount of, I don't know if it's calcium, I'm sure some of it's calcium, that the water here, just the tap water, is delicious. I'm from Chicago.
I mean, yeah, there are pizza restaurants who will actually get their water from Chicago or New York or
Yeah.
wherever they're right because
New York water is supposed to be fabulous for making pizza
right.
dough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's there's an East Coast bagel shop in Canada
Yeah. Yeah.
that gets their water from like Harlem.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard about this place where they import their water just to make bagels because not only is it slightly different in flavor, but it affects the growth of the yeast slightly differently. Yes, Ed and I were, Ed and I weren't going back and forth about this, but I sent him my recipe for making mappa bread yesterday, Bajoran mappa bread, which isn't quite there yet, but my sourdough starter process talks a lot about yeast and water. And I didn't go into the whole water thing in that recipe, but I'm going to. That's going to be part of the book. To talk about the fact that Bajoran water does taste different. And one thing that people complain about is when you make Bajoran mappa bread places other than Bajor, it's not the same.
Right.
Well, Chris has 10 Undine to do in space. Chris, would you like to meet me up in the battle zone, the Undine battle zone? And we can go shoot things?
There was always a contention between me and Bordicus.
Oh?
Is back during his days with Stoked before he was working for Riptych.
Yeah.
He was very vocal about not liking the Bajorans.
Really?
Like almost to the level of like Tiny Mustache Man.
Wow. That's pretty intense.
Yeah. The fact that his cryptic ID or profile picture has the orb on it
Yeah.
is directly contributed to me because I kept pestering him about not liking them.
That's pretty intense. Is that all out of DS9 or was there something deeper to it?
Really? I think it's pretty much DS9 because outside of that, all we have is Row.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
That's
Probably
very...
DS9 and Voyager is pretty much the basis of
Okay.
Bajoran.
Chris, I'm going to the space battle zone. We can do your Undine. Okay, I did run into a really interesting situation yesterday, not talking about Bajorans, but I was playing with one of Ed's younger tunes, and I was doing Gateway to Grethor on it, which, by the way, isn't a great idea. Very hard to do. But in the process of doing that, I got 10 kills almost immediately, because I got all 10 of the, whatever ships they are there. Iconian ships? Herald ships? 10 Herald ships. So I immediately get the 10 ship accolade. Oh, come on and join us, Taz. Come on and play. I'll go down here and start shooting these up. And then within about 3 minutes, I had the 100 accolade. And a few minutes later, I had the 200 accolades. So the kill accolades for space are going to get stupid easy. Which, I don't know that that's what I want. I want an accolade to show I actually did something. But on the other hand, can you imagine how easy, if it works for ground kills, how much easier it's going to be for Klingon recruits?
Right.
Those 2,500 you need should be a lot easier now. Did have an interesting revelation about how long 30 minutes really is. Because I needed to do some kills for Tholian ships. So I went to Archer, and I got 29 ships. Not 30, 29 ships. So I thought, no problem, I'll just play on a different tune and let this count run for the 30 minutes. So I went off and did some stuff, came back, and went back to Archer 30 minutes later. No, you still have 30 minutes. Or the 30-minute timer's still going. I thought it was 30 minutes. Okay, well, maybe I misread the clock. And went off and did something else and came back. Nope, the 30-minute cooldown is still in effect. What the heck? Came back like 5 more times before the 30 minutes was over. So when you want it to be really fast, 30 minutes takes a long time.
Right. It's the old adage: a watched pot never boils.
Absolutely. It was very annoying because I wasn't going to go off and try and do something else for 3 Tholian ships. I was not going to go do Azure Nebula. I did do a little dill hunting, but trying to get the house fixed is the priority.
How are the hellspawn?
They are sleeping. I took them out for 2 long walks. They kept going, "It's nice out, Mom, we can go out." And then we get out there and we're on the asphalt paths that they use here for running paths in the local park. So the heat's reflecting up. They got tired really fast. Hence the request from the little one to be carried home. And then the request from the big one to be carried home. That wasn't going to happen. I did have to carry her inside, though, when I went to visit my son briefly yesterday. She's like, "No, I know you're going to get in the car and leave me alone. I'm not coming in." Go out there, pick up 60-pound dog, carry her in. She was not amused. But on the other hand, it was nice. I was working on the yard, and that kept me from going to IKEA and spending money on furniture.
What if anyone's ever tried to just live inside an IKEA?
Oh, you could. I mean, it's got food. It's got bathrooms. It doesn't really have a shower, but you could, take a sink bath. It's got beds. It's got couches. It's got linens, blankets. Yeah, I would say as long as they've got power, you're set.
So, Costco has this design that they released that is basically first floor is your Costco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then above it, a high rise of premium apartments.
I love it. Costco to Tower 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basically, right? But yeah, basically that if you live in those apartments, you'll have 24/7 access to Costco, including the food court.
Wow. I don't know that I want to live on Costco food, but it's not bad.
Right.
I did find somebody who did a comparison.
decision you have to make.
Say that again?
IKEA. That's like a decision you have to make
I'd love to make an
because
IKEA.
no matter how you look at it,
I
going
love
to
IKEA.
IKEA is gonna take you like a minimum of 4 hours
Oh yeah.
because the entire place is designed like a maze.
The new
Oh, yeah.
ones,
One
yes.
entrance and one exit. And
Yeah.
when you get in, you can't just go to where you want to go.
Yeah.
You have to go through the entire freaking store until you reach your aisle and then continue out.
Yeah,
Viking Space Bear is now following us. Viking Space Bear, that is an amazing name. But yeah, IKEA is... It's worse than a maze.
Yeah. It's like a Las Vegas casino and a hedge mage
Yeah.
combined. It's ridiculous. You can't see outside, so you don't know what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
And you take the wrong turn at Albuquerque, you know.
So they have little maps posted overhead in our IKEA here. Let me go back here. The IKEA in Schaumburg is 3 stories, and it's all based around a central core. So worst comes to worst, you just go to the center,
Yep.
and then you can take the elevator or the escalator down. Very easy to get to where you want to go and very easy to get out, relatively speaking. I mean, no more than any other department store in terms of complexity. The one here in Indiana is the maze style. You walk in, and there's no way to get exactly where you want, except for they have the mini food court right by the door. So if you just want to run in and get cinnamon rolls, you can.
Shall we go to Nukara?
Pardon?
Shall we go to Nukara?
Yeah, we can go to Nukara. You got Dolians to
Now
do?
what?
I mean, I don't...
To do.
Oh, I don't care about that. I can do it later.
Now I got a craving for meatballs and lingonberry jam.
Yeah, lingonberry's always good.
Ooh, lingonberry mead? Ooh, that'd be yummy.
Oh, that would be good. Or Taz, we could go do the patrol aftermath because I have Voth ships, and that'd be more fun.
Yep.
Okay, Chris, are you good with going off to do aftermath as a patrol? Mar Hawkman says legend has it that people have gotten lost for a month. I'm at whatever stage. Yeah, let's go do aftermath. So if you guys will launch. But yeah, I needed to get 2 glass jars. Or, I didn't need to, but I like to keep my flour and sugar in glass jars with the stoppers, and IKEA used to have them. And there's no way to get there easily. They are as far away from the door. So I'm following the maps, and I'm thinking, well, I would put this under kitchen stuff, because it's going in my kitchen. So I look at the map and, okay, but there's a shortcut here and here, but it doesn't really help you. Because you have to kind of figure out, well, to get there I need to go from here to here. The map is a straight line. It does not help you actually find anything. It doesn't define what things are. And if you go to the kiosk and say, I need this, they only tell you where it is in the warehouse. They don't tell you where it is in the store. And if they think it's going to entice me to buy more stuff, it does quite the opposite. I do not care about buying stuff by the time I'm out of there.
It's like, how quickly can I get out?
Exactly. However, they do have the best grocery carts or trolleys. Because they are 4-wheel drive, so they will go in any direction. So my fun thing is get my cart and see if I can go down the corridors with with pushing the shopping cart sideways.
Thank you.
Just to mess with
Make our way
people.
to a base to complete repairs.
Clean up this techno-organic trash.
Those handles are for anybody else. Handles are for losers. Grab the side of it and push it. Well, somehow I got my 30 ships without having to do anything, so yay! Or 20 ships or whatever it was. I think it was 30. So thank you both very much.
Which one is the next one you need?
Everything else I've got is ground, and I know how much Chris loves ground, so no worries. I have AP damage on the ground, which I can do when I do Brotherhood of the Sword. Yeah, Chris, and I also don't have to do it right now, so it's no worries. We can make mornings for space. Moopsies in space. Oh, that's right. You're still on holiday, aren't you?
Price for your interference in your lives. Die.
So I'm going to entertain you all with what goes on when you get old enough to retire. Except I'm not retiring yet, but I am old enough to do it. So when you are getting close to your 65th birthday, you have to take Medicare Part A. You don't have to use it. You just have to have. Basically, you're just putting yourself in the system, so that if and when you do claim it, you have everything in place. No problems. Medicare Part B is the actual health insurance part for hospitals and stuff like that. And it is more expensive than my personal insurance for me, but less expensive for my company. So basically they've said, hey, if you get off our plan, $15,000 a year that they cover, and get on that, it'll lower our costs, and we can fund your costs. Okay, that's fair. So I go to the Social Security Administration, get that done. Oh, we don't do that in person. You can call them. Okay, I call them. Oh, we don't do this on the phone. You can do it online or over at the place. No, I can't do it at the place. Oh, well, you can't do it on the phone. I said, okay, what do I need so I've got everything in place? Well, you just need this information. Go to do it online. No, you need a lot more information than just that. Yeah. Can't we make life easy for people who want to retire? No wonder people hate it. It's a pain in the butt. Oh, how fun. I have exactly 1,000 discovery marks. Starting the system. I just hate to spend money on health insurance when I don't get sick, but as soon as I don't have health insurance, something bad will happen. All right, we're going to take a 90-second break, something like that. I'm just going to run down and pour some coffee in my cup. Be right back. I'm back. I have coffee. Well, I have nothing exciting to do on this account. You guys up for a little adventure, and I'll jump over and see what Ed's got on one of the Ed accounts? See if we can't maybe get him leveled up a little bit. All right, let me jump over there. Let's see. Do we want Carl Pla or do we want Bruce Spanner?
That's up to you.
I will grab Carl. Oops. So I have Carl Pla, but since you guys are Federation, I know Chris prefers Federation, we will play with Spoimler.
Nice.
So this is his Toon Spoimler, who managed to get to level 65 through probably speed leveling. And the ship is okay-ish. No. It's got a few... what are we doing here? We have Romulan Plasma, Piezo, Polaron, Tetran. So he's made a little bit of a rainbow build here. Let's see if we've got any more consoles. Oh, we do have some consoles. I'm just going to throw something on here so we can maybe do some fighting. There, I've thrown some stuff on the ship, so at least we can go out and do a fight. And I'm game for anything that you guys would like to do. He's got captains on the ground, Lucari, TFOs, and Voth ships. Well, we just did Voth ships. Let's see what we've got for Lucari. Do you want to try a Zenkethi front?
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, does that work for you? Oh, hold on. Works better if I invite you guys first, right? Okay, I have nobody as friends on this account. Let's do this one. Oh, yeah, please, Chris, go ahead. No hurry. Because I have to put friends on this account. Nope, that's Grillian. Chris, what's your account name? I like this. All of his friends in here are his own versions of him. Oh, that was the other account we made, Clam Chowder. So
Nice.
we had Carl Pla, which Dante said made him spit out his coffee when he saw it for the first time. Bruce Spanner, Tie My Shoe, and Clam Chowder. I wonder if Clam Chowder still exists or if we gave it to anybody. Oh my god, that's what I need is a 6th account.
Is that the red or the white?
It's always the red. But actually, I love white clam chowder, but... Oh, the invitation's sent, Chris. I don't know if that'll work. Oh, you mean the space. It does have space in there. Okay, now we can do that. So the first time I had red clam chowder was in Hawaii, of all places. And I thought that's what clam chowder was. Then I got back here and discovered white clam chowder. And it's like, ooh, this stuff is good. For those of you not aware, in America there's two versions. One is the tomato base, and one which is, let's see, New England, and what's the other name?
Boston clam chowder is the red.
Oh,
New England is the white.
okay. And the white is a milk thickened with a little bit of flour and potatoes.
I'm gonna Google it.
It's quite tasty. They're both quite tasty. They're just very different.
And they both have their devotees.
Yes, I like them both. My husband preferred the white, so we had that for years, and it just occurred to me I make a really good one from scratch, but I bet I could make a good one for the red too. Excuse me.
That looks really good.
And Taz, I sent you an invitation.
Yeah, I was looking at another monitor.
There's so many variations on a good clam chowder, though. I'm going to go ahead and queue us up for Zenkethi Front. So okay, I was married for 41 years before my husband passed away. And after 41 years of doing things, you forget that you can do things a different way. Hence, I can go eat red clam chowder if I want to. Heck, I can go. We had thought about going to the East Coast and driving through it and stopping to eat at, lobster shacks and all that. It just occurred to me, I could still go do that. Rent a camper and drive. Actually, I thought about buying a camper, and then I found out that a camper costs like $100,000 and gets terrible mileage.
Yep.
So I checked into renting them, and they're anything from like $300, $200 a day on up. But that also then becomes your place for your food, because you can cook there, you can camp outside, you can sleep inside it. And as long as it's not, scaldingly hot, that might be fun. But then Pups and I could go traveling. But $110,000 to basically buy a glorified truck. Or worse, to buy a glorified Scooby-Doo van. But that would be fun, get a camping van and then get it painted to look like the old Scooby-Doo bus.
Right.
I think that would be great.
I've got a friend who does car wraps.
That would be perfect. My husband wanted to do a car wrap on my last car, but have it done as the 1701 emergency vehicle, and have like something about Beverly on there, and I thought that was brilliantly funny. But then most people, well, maybe some people would get it. Wow, this is not popping up. I'm surprised. There we go. Wee woo?
We will.
Wee woo, Chris? Oh. I did not even check to see what the endeavor is going to be. Whoop. That's not right. There we go. There we go.
The time for battle is almost here.
This should be interesting to see how this ship does. Interesting in the sense of the Chinese curse. Oh, and apparently we have absolutely... Oh, okay, I see. He leaves it all on his tunes rather than putting it on the spacebar. Wonder what happens. It's always fun flying somebody else's ships.
Teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them.
I'm following you, Taz, so I can... Oh, apparently you don't need me over there. Somebody's already over there shooting everything.
Your teammate has captured a bomb.
I'll kill that ship. Okay, who's got the bomb? Ooh, I've destroyed 20 Zenkethi ships. See what I mean about the kill counts no longer having any impact? Because there's no way this tune is going to kill anything.
Teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them.
Taz, I just realized you have a nuclear vessel. I have a bomb. That's terrifying. No. Let's see if we can keep from dying. Where am I going? Works better if I aim for one of those.
Well, your teammate has captured a bomb. Protect
Did I just fly by a base? Well, it says there's a base here, but I don't see a base here. Oh, there it
I
is.
just
Duh!
threw it up.
That's you just took it out. That's why. No, it's still showing up on the map as being here, which means that we have a map issue again. Wow, what a surprise! We have a map issue. I'll go see if I can do this one up here.
Only one Zinkethi base left. Ah,
I have a bomb if people want to protect me.
stop us. There's a dreadnought on an attack vector. Destroy it. Teammate has captured a bomb. Protect them.
I'm gonna die here. No. Die.
All
Yay! Good work, Spoimler. Now I die. Hey, at least I just blew up the base first. Congratulations, Spoiler.
Front with honor. The Era Serpentis system is now secure.
Yay. Well, that was interesting. Maybe not good, but it was certainly interesting. Well, it counted for the Lucari TFO, so yay. I did Gateway to Grethor on one of my tunes. And there must be a minimum amount of damage you can do for it to count, because it did not count for the event. And it was one of these tunes that's very low power, so it was getting in some pew-pew, but not a lot. So as you can tell from the reputation marks here, little of this, little of that, 1200 gamma. I don't know what Ed was doing to get 1200 gamma one day, but he did. And then he's got a bunch of officers down here. I think we're going to have to join an armada that needs a lot of help. Hey, we should join Gerhard Prom. I think that would be appropriate. There. Good morning, Lexers. Oh, these all just need EC. I can fund that from another tune. Well, we are getting on towards the magic hour, and I don't think we've got enough time to do anything. So I'm going to go down and pour the last of the coffee, walk the dogs, let the dogs out one last time, both of whom are sleeping up here going, eh. And we will be back tonight. Morning is a subjective thing. That is true. Good is also a subjective thing. But it's 6:58, which is close enough to morning for me. So I want to thank everybody who is out here and joined us today. We will be back tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'll be on tonight and tomorrow morning for sure. So everyone have a wonderful day. Id, can you do our closing here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here, and stay moopsy.
Moopsy. Shun the non-believer. Shun. Shun.